Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 9. I hope that आप सब ठीक होंगे. You are doing well. You are solving your worksheet, skill sheet and all the other resources, including sometimes we include reading material as well. तो सबको आपने check करना है. Not only worksheet but all the other resources as well. Today we are going to start our lecture number 6 of unit 5, and again this is about reading so that you can write better. So reading skills, when we are talking about reading, we want to read and understand everything. Personal level पे जो writing है या जो examination point of view से या long essays, narratives, short and real short stories, real or imagined narratives, essays. So these are all very much important. Today our learning outcome is read, view and analyze a variety of reading grade appropriate and high interest books and text from print and non-print sources. This is the generic uh, learning outcome. Remember, not only you have to read, you have to view and also analyze everything that we are discussing, whether it's any kind of text on personal level or on for any other purpose. Today we have personal recounts. For example, personal recounts में क्या चीजें आती हैं? डायरी एंट्रीज एंड बायोग्राफीज. बायोग्राफीज को हमने कल भी देखा था, एंड वी ऑल्सो टॉक्ड अबाउट फीचर्स ऑफ बायोग्राफीज. बायोग्राफी में और ऑटोबायोग्राफी में क्या डिफरेंस है? We learned them with examples, and you were given some tasks, some worksheets, some homework or assignment to complete. अब हम फोकस करेंगे डायरी एंट्रीज पे, बायोग्राफीज पे. So this is your vertical linkage with the previous grade. And now, why do we write diaries? हम अपने experiences एक journal में, एक diary में save करते हैं so that we can review, view and read them later on to refresh our memories. And writing is a very good activity. It's like a therapy. So it's a very good activity. You should make it a habit, like you're watching or doing something for entertainment. Now, writing can also work for the same purpose. Something interesting happened in your life, some interesting experience, incident, anything that is very much memorable. So all these things can be added in your personal recounts. So now I want you to do this brainstorming session, this drill in your mind before we start the lecture. You have to think about a memorable experience in your life or a person you admire. No, it can be any experience, any event, any incident, any personality. This can be your about your any inanimate object, your gadgets, your so many different things that has happened in your life. How would you express this event in a personal recount? Something happened. So would you write it as a diary entry for yourself, or would you prefer a biography that others could read? So दो चीजें हैं इसमें. If you want to keep it personal to yourself, you want to make it private, not public, then you will write diaries, diary entries. And no, we have diary entries that are short, but biographies बहुत ज्यादा lengthy होती हैं. So if some one incident happen, तो किस में categorize करेंगे उसको? Diary entry में या biography में? We will write a diary. It can be a 1 page, 2 page or 5 pages as well. But biographies are much longer. So biographies, autobiographies, they can be of the same length. Autobiography is more authentic, but diaries, journals and diary entries, they are shorter in length. ये length में short होंगे, words इसके कम होंगे biography और autobiography से. So anything, any experience, can you remember any experience? Yes. Who's going to tell me? Any personal experience? Your birthday was celebrated, you got an award, you got first position for some activity, all right? You got any interesting gift, you went to a trip, you did something very good for your friend. So many experiences that we have as human beings. तो कोई भी एक्सपीरियंस हो सकता है, हम उसको टॉपिक बना के उसके ऊपर एक एंट्री करेंगे. Why do we call it diary entry? We are entering it in the notebook. So we are writing diaries with date, place का नाम mention कर दिया to give you a full perspective. और जब आप उसको after a passage of time you will go through that, you will memorize what happened on March 12th 2023, what happened in August 2024. तो इस तरह लोकेट करने में बहुत आसानी होती है डियर स्टूडेंट्स. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल इट डायरी एंट्री, बिकॉज द डेट इज मेंशन्ड with that piece of writing. All right. हमने बात की थी in the students learning outcome, we talked about personal recounts. Personal, it means it is for each individual, for each person. And this is something that is personal to you. Recounts, let's see what they are. Recounts retell events that have happened in the past. You might write a recount about, you can write it about any historical event. You can write about a famous person, a special celebration, a recipe, or any kind of experiment that you did. आपने एक recipe try की. You can note down in your diary. You can make a recount. You have tried a new experiment. You have learned any new trick. तो सारे हम ये चीजें जो हैं, we will write it in the, all of these are personal recounts. Why do we call it recount? हम एक account बना रहे हैं, we are putting everything in one place, we are putting accounts of life. Recount, it means ये चीज हो चुकी है, या you just want to go through that so you can retell what has happened in the past. All right. So these are all the different things that you can do in your personal recounts. Now, what is the purpose? Why do we do this? Personal recounts retells a special event or experience in an entertaining way. इसमें entertainment interest पैदा करने के लिए. For example, if you want your personal recounts to go public so that everybody can read it, तो boring तो नहीं होना चाहिए ना? It should be interesting. Some funny incident, something that shocked you, you were confused, you learned some new thing, you want to share with others, you can post it, you can actually make it public. You might write a personal recount about a sports match. आपने एक match देखा as an observer about any sport. It might be a cricket match, football, hockey, tennis, badminton, or anything, or maybe a race. Then you can write about any specific day, about the weather, whether it's a snowy day, summer, winter, autumn, spring, etc. A day at the school. You can also write about your school day. Now, can you tell me that apart from all these, can we write something else? What would you like to add in your diary? Maybe you had a very good day where you went for shopping, where you went to the zoo, where you went to the northern areas. All right. So a marriage ceremony. Yes, a marriage ceremony or any all these kind of things. So बहुत सारी चीजें इसके अंदर हम include कर सकते हैं. Now, what is the structure? How do we write it? Yes, even if it's a personal recount, हम एक structure को follow करेंगे. Just like we do in essays, stories, and all those other kind of writings, narrative, persuasive, या जो भी है. What is the structure? First, you will answer the 5 W's, the journalistic questions: who, why, when, where, what. क्या हुआ, कौन था, all these will be answered. What happened today? किसके साथ हुआ? Who were the people involved in it? When did it happen? तो ये सारे questions आप उसको clear करेंगे. Then जो भी इवेंट्स हुए हैं एक सीक्वेंस के साथ होते हैं, goes with a series of events in time order. तो उस टाइम को भी आपने, उस टाइमलाइन को भी आपने फोकस करना है. एंड यू कैन ऑल्सो एड योर पर्सनल कॉमेंट्स because this is your personal recount, this is your diary entry. So what do you feel about it? Are you happy about it? Are you confused, sad? Are you angry about it? Did it motivate you? Did it encourage you? So your personal comments will be added as well. Then what was the time sequence? Chronological order. जो पहले हुआ वो पहले लिखेंगे and then the chain will follow. This is what we call chronological order. और अगर आप reverse लिखना चाहेंगे then that would be reverse chronological order. Latest event पहले लिखेंगे और जो सबसे पहले हुआ उसको last में. Descending to ascending order. Reverse chronological order. How did you feel about the event as it was happening? What were you feeling when you were visiting a northern area, when you were attending a wedding, when you were watching a sports match? So what happened? So all these things will be added. So सबसे पहले first you will go for background information, then organize your events, all these events as they are mentioned over here. Then your conclusion. So this is the structure W, E and C. W for all the questions, E for events in a series and then C for conclusion. तो अब हमने इसको end भी तो करना है. We have to end it at some point. We have to conclude everything that happened, the personal recount or experience. We will add it an overall concluding sentence. Overall, what did you think about the event? How is it a part of your memory now? Where do you put it in your mind? So you have to conclude everything. At the end of the day, क्या आपने फील किया, क्या आपने लर्न किया उस एक्सपीरियंस से या उस इवेंट से? हमने बात की that it could be anything. It could be an experience, event, any ceremony, any seminar, function where you performed, you got first prize, you witnessed a speech, what did you learn? All these things will be added. So structure clear है हमें, orientation and background information. Then we will go for series of event in time order when they happened and then the concluding sentence. यहां तक सबको clear है? Yes. Students on the Zoom class. All right, good. Now, what are the features of this kind of writing, diary writing or personal recount? First, it would be written in the first person narrative. Point of view क्या होगा? First person. जहां पे pronouns use करेंगे I, me, my, myself, etc. Then we will focus on personal experiences and emotions. ये भी आ गया. Then informal language, often conversational. Language कैसी होगी? Formal language नहीं होगी. Informal language, like the way you speak in your daily life. You can use contractions, short forms, you can use your own style, but the spellings have to be correct. Spellings have to be correct. इसके अलावा you can use your informal language. Now, lastly, the entries are dated. Yes. अगर आपने देखा हो, आपको डायरी एंट्री का जर्नल मिलता है बुक स्टोर से, बाजार से. आपने देखा होगा हर पेज के ऊपर देयर इज अ डेट, देयर इज ऑल दोज इंफॉर्मेशन, बॉक्सेस बने हैं, डेट्स हैं, सो दैट एवरी डायरी इज हैविंग अ डेट. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. डेट भी लिखी है उसके अंदर, मंथ, ईयर, डे एंड ऑल्सो योर डे. Wednesday था या Tuesday था, the name of the week. So all that would be added. Why we are adding dates? ताकि हमें उसे ढूंढने में बाद में प्रॉब्लम ना हो. We can quickly find what happened on 24 March 2019. You can quickly go there with the date and find it easily. So these were the features. Now what is the difference between a diary entry and a biography. Diary entry may have your personal, informal, often your focus is on daily life. It means diary entries can be done daily, but biographies cannot be written daily, right? Can you write biography daily? No. That would be called a diary entry. Biography is factual, it is formal, covers a person's entire life, not just a single day or a week, but the entire life. It has facts about the person. Formal, the language, tone, and style would be formal and covers a person's entire life. Formal means you should not use informal language. You know the difference between formal and informal letters? Informal letters are written for your friends, जिसमें आप easily you talk ऐसे ही जैसे हम बात कर रहे हैं इसी तरह आप उसको लिखते हैं. But formal में you have to show respect, you have to be respectable. और उसमें आपने if you're writing to your principal, then you cannot talk to him like your friend. You have to abide by the rules and keep focus on the formal language, and you have to be respectful. So these are the basic differences between diary entries and biographies. I hope it is clear. Again, diary entry is a personal log of thoughts, experiences and reflections, usually written daily. Thoughts, कोई idea आपको आया है about anything. You know, when we have ideas, they are very much important. We don't want to lose those ideas. So we just want to save them in our diaries. Experiences and also reflections. Reflections mean क्या सोचा आपने इस बारे में? What are your personal reflections? What do you understand? So all these things. Now, when you write a diary entry, you are writing about a day in the life of a real person or character. The diary entry needs to sound as if the person or character has written it, so it needs to be written from their point of view. It also needs to be exciting and interesting to read. Now, do you know about the character Harry Potter? You must have seen the films and read the books. Now, if I give you a task to write a diary of Harry Potter, Harry Potter is writing his diary when he got first day in Hogwarts. Hogwarts school में वो जाता है. So, can you write a diary according to Harry Potter? Yes. This is also allowed in diary writing. या तो आप अपना real या imaginary या fictional characters हैं उनके मुताबिक भी डायरी लिख सकते हैं. Alright. Now, diaries are written in first person. All these pronouns are used, and these words are special because they tell us the diary is being written by someone and they are talking about themselves. So that's why we should avoid writing it in the third point of view, but we should write it in the first point of view, first person narrative. Look at the next two examples. Which one uses the correct words to be written in the first person? Now, all right, let's talk about this one. Here is an example of a diary entry. You can notice it's very short. Friday, 3rd March. Or you can also write your year as well. This is your diary entry which is dated. It is dated at the very day जिसमें ये लिखी थी. Dear diary. Again, this is also a style of writing a diary where you address the diary itself. Dear diary. It's like you are talking to the diary and you're telling it about everything. So dear diary, my lovely diary, my dearest diary with comma. ये ऐसे ही है जैसे आप formal letters में लिखते हैं respected sir, respected madam with comma. So dear diary, a new day, it's snowy outside and Mole is here. In a few days, it will be sunny again. Todd has been whizzing around in a motor car for the last few days and he kept on crashing. He may get arrested because of all this nonsense going on. The only way to stop him was by talking to grumpy old badger. He lives in the wild woods, but we never go there, only when it is an occasion like this. Late at night, I snuck out and went to the wild wood, but the weasels tricked me. It was a super scary and I hid in a corner. Ratty woke up and saw that I was gone. He saw the letter and rushed to the wild woods to find me. So ये again this is fictional. एक character ये diary लिख रहा है. All the names that you are seeing over here like Toad, Ratty, etc. This is written by Isabella. So you can see that क्या हुआ? It was a new day and she got out. Everybody started finding her. कि वो कहाँ गई? So this is an experience. It is an event that happened. So this is an example of a diary. Notice it is written in first person narrative. कैसे? I snuck. All right. तो और find करें आप. Can you find any personal pronoun? Yes. I hid in a corner, etc. Yes, I was gone. Okay, this is another example. Now, this is a real diary entry. It's called The Carnival. You can also put a title or topic before you start writing the diary. Last night, my family visited the carnival that came to town as part of our summer festival. First, I went on the Ferris wheel. I loved looking at all the people down below as the wheel spun around and round. After that, because my sister was feeling hungry, Dad bought us all ice creams. I had chocolate chip and it was delicious. Finally, we went on the bumper cars. My big brother and I rode together and crashed over and over again. It was hilarious. What a special time I had with my family at the carnival. This is about going to a place, experiencing something, and writing about it. Very simple. So again, this is written in the first person narrative. You can notice Dear Diary यहाँ पे नहीं है, but you can add it. And this is your personal recount of a very interesting day that you spent. So इसमें देखें, notice करें, the language is very informal. It is not formal. Like the word hilarious यहाँ पे था. It was delicious. Okay. So it was hilarious. So इस तरह की language जो है, this is informal language. All right. Here with the worksheet that we have included in this lecture. Now, these are all the instructions, and on the next page, you are asked to write a diary with specific instructions and graphic organizers. You can find it in the resources. This is your skill sheet where you will write, follow the instructions and write biographies. Yes. In exercise 1, you have to complete the table with the past simple and past participle for each of these verbs. Then, which verbs could you use to write about these people's life? Businessman, scientist, football. All right. Then, all these other things that are related. यहाँ पे कुछ events दिए हुए हैं and you have to put the right option in these blanks. So it's a very interesting and easy skill sheet that you will get. That's all about today's lecture, students. We talked about personal recounts, diary entries, structure of the diary, structure of writing it, biographies, and we also read some examples of personal recounts and diaries. So I hope that now you can easily start writing your own diary as well. एक journal लें और उसमें या एक diary book लें and then you start writing diary. And this is the whole purpose of this SLO today. Mostly it is reading based, but I want you and I encourage you to start writing diaries by yourself. Start writing your personal recounts. So now another reading material is added, dear learners, with the resources where there are so many different diary entries जो कि आपने पढ़ना है उन सबको. This is your task. अभी तक अगर किसी का कोई confusion या कोई question है, then you can straight away ask me. Yes, students from the online class. Is everything clear? Just raise your hands, and if you have a question, unmute yourself and put forward it. Yes. The learning outcome is clear? All right. I'll see you in the next video lesson with another SLO, probably of uh, oral communication or oral competency, as we always do after doing the SLOs of reading competency. So till then, all you have to do is practice. Last lecture की जो resources हैं उसको भी practice करें. It is linked with this SLO, so you have to solve all of them by the next lecture. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.